Well, hello there, everybody. This is a comedy thief, and guess what? You're watching.
Funny old guys. That's us.
Oh, that's what we're doing. We go from little to big, little to big. There's a great joke there that we can't tell.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like that, don't you?
This is a joke-a-thon, folks. We tell hysterically funny jokes, and you laugh hysterically, and we make so much money here. So anyway, I'm the comedy thief, but beside me, introduce yourself, there, Doctor.
Yeah, guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. Yeah.
Indeed, and below me is Senator Glenn from Utah. Say hello there, buddy.
Well, I'm not below you. I like to think I'm above you. But either way, I want to say hello to everybody. How are you?
This is condescending, as I look down upon him. Anyway, let's start with jokes. Dr. Fatpacker, you're up.
Oh, Val, I have three bad jokes. I think you'll like them, but they're not very part of our polished set here. Did you know that if you are being chased by a pack of taxidermists, don't play dead?
Don't play dead. I like that one.
I was thinking, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's there to see it, a chihuahua 500 miles away will bark at it.
That's amazing.
Oh, speaking of dogs, difference between dogs and cats, right? Dogs prepare you for babies. Cats prepare you for teenagers.
Oh, I'm not sure I understand that. You understand that?
All right.
Anyway, tell us a joke there, Senator.
Well, I'm having a pretty good week, but a friend of mine's having a terrible week. He came home early from work, and he found his wife in bed with the pizza delivery guy.
Wow.
Yeah, and when he called her, she says, "Please don't tell the butcher."
Wow. Well, gentlemen, who do you think tells the most lies, men or women?
Oh, women.
No, men. No.
Oh, really?
Who do you think tells the biggest lies, men or women?
Women.
That's correct. You know why?
I don't know, but I want to blame them for everything.
Well, a man's lie is, I was over at Kevin's house.
No.
A woman's lie is like, it's your baby. Dr. Fatpacker.
Oh, man. So this man was playing golf with a friend, and he hits his tee shot deep into the woods, So he and his friend drive up and find his golf ball surrounded by trees and shrubbery. I mean, he's in the woods. He pulls out his 3-wood, and his friend says, "Are you crazy? You're going to kill yourself." The man says, "No problem. I have this shot." The scene shifts to the pearly gates where St. Peter is checking people into heaven. When he comes to the man, he checks his register and says to the man, "I see here you were a golfer. Were you any good?" The man says, "Hey, I got here in 2, didn't I?"
I got here in 2. Folks, you got to be a golfer to really appreciate that one.
That's right.
Glenn from Utah.
Well, as I get older and I contemplate my my own mortality, I found out some interesting facts. When you pass away, what part of your body do you think goes last?
There you go.
It's your pupils.
Yeah.
They dilate. Yeah.
They dilate. Yes.
Oh, my Lord. Well,
Thought the beginning part was just as funny. He doesn't know.
last week, folks, I laugh at everything, even if I don't understand it, because we're supposed to.
No, that would be especially if you don't understand it.
Last week, folks, I told a joke, but when I got to the punchline, I couldn't remember it, and Dr. Fatpacker had to bail me out. So I'm going to tell the same joke again, but this time. So anyway, I went to my psychiatrist and says, Doc, I said, I'm having these very weird dreams. He says, I think I'm a teepee every once in a while and during my crazy dreams, and then I think I'm a wigwam. Teepees, wigwams, what's wrong with me? And the psychiatrist says, well, sir, I think you're 2 tenths.
Oh, boy.
Where are we here? What time is it? Okay. Oh, we have a lot of time. Go ahead.
Oh, well, hey, you wonder why Americans have a bad reputation overseas? I'll tell you an example. An American tourist stood by watching an Irish farmer dig and turn over the soil. Eventually, he said, "Hey, pal, what's that you're doing?" When he says, I'm digging up potatoes. He goes, "Potatoes? Those tiny things, you call them potatoes? Back home in Milwaukee, we have potatoes 10 times that size." When the farmer says to him, "Well, yes, sir, but you see, we only grow them to fit our mouths."
Oh, what a comeback. What a comeback, folks. Glenn.
Why do you hate people from Wisconsin so much? That's the question. I think the metric system, I think that's the way I'm going to go from now on. I think I'm going to switch to that because at the age of 65, I'm only 18 Celsius.
Oh, there you go. I like it.
I like that too. I'm going to use it. So anyway, speaking of potatoes, there's two high school boys, and every time they went to the beach in the summer, the girls flocked around the one guy, and they ignored the other kid. And the other kid says, "What's your secret? What's your secret?" And he says, "It's simple. Don't tell anybody." He says, "But before I walk out on the beach, I take a potato and I put it in my swim trunks." Drives the girls crazy. So the next day, the other kid, not popular, he goes to the beach early, puts a potato in his swim trunks, and when his friend came down, this guy, the kid had cleared the beach. There wasn't a bikini within 50 yards. He says, "What the heck have you done?" He says, "Listen, I did exactly what you told me. Before I went out on the beach," he says, "I put a potato in my swim trunks to drive the girls crazy." His friend looked down and says, "You idiot, you're supposed to put it in the front."
Oh.
Oh my goodness. So this guy walks into a bar and he says to the bartender, "Give me 2 single whiskeys." And the bartender says, "Sure. Do you want them both now or one at a time?" He goes, "Oh, both now. And then one's for me and one's for my friend." And this guy, he pulls a 3-inch tall man out of his shirt pocket. The bartender looks at him in amazement. "Can he drink?" He goes, "Sure." And the 3-inch tall guy walks over and he starts sipping his whiskey. He goes, "That's amazing." Says, "What else can he do?" He says, "Watch this." He flips a quarter down to the other end of the bar and asks the fellow to go get it. So the little 3-inch guy runs down the bar, gets the coin, picks it up, and brings it back. Says, "That really is amazing." The bartender says to him, "Can he talk?" "Of course he can. Hey, Jim, tell him about that time we were in Africa and you called that witch doctor a quack."
Yeah, that'll do it. 3 inches. Three.
Senator.
Yeah, well, hey, I do like to travel, but I just found out an interesting fact. The average airplane is actually 16 years old, which, coincidentally, that's the same age as the airplane food.
Wow.
Well, American Airlines are going to drop our sponsorship, guys. So anyway, my uncle, the restaurant owner, he died,
Oh,
and he was so skinny.
how skinny was he?
He was so skinny, he only had one pallbearer, and the pallbearer was one of his waiters. Get it? Let's see, what time is it?
I don't know, but you spend more time looking at the time. What is it? We got one more?
Last one.
Okay, last one. So this maid went to the housewife and wanted a higher salary. Well, the housewife said, "Why?" Well, the maid says, "I have 3 good reasons. First, I'm better at ironing shirts than you." He says, "Who says that?" Says, "Well, your husband." "Second, I'm a much better cook than you." And the woman goes, "Who says that?" Says, "Your husband." And third, "I am better in bed having sex." Oh, and his wife goes, the woman goes, "Oh, really? And it's my husband who has said that too?" So, "Oh, no, ma'am. That's what the gardener said." Goes, "Oh, how much of a salary increase did you want?"
Boom. We won't get into that. So anyway, we're done, but we're not.
Yeah, that's it. Move on.
We have one last a piece of our video, and it's a conversation point just between the three of us. Dr. Fatpacker, what is it?
All right, let's say you're on death row.
Yeah.
But you could choose any way to be executed, but as long as you died within a couple of days. But how would you want to die there, Senator Glenn?
A lethal injection of jelly donuts.
Ooh, that'd be a good filler.
Ah,
How about you, comedy thief?
Well,
How would you want to die?
how I want to die. All right, I got a really good one, and it doesn't involve jelly donuts, but it does. Well, never mind. That's another story. Folks, you might know who Diana Krall is, right? She is stunningly beautiful. She's got a lovely voice, and she plays piano. So I would like Diana Krall to be put in an isolated room with her, and she would play the piano, she would sing to me and make mad passionate love to me until I had a massive heart attack and died. That's the way I want to go.
I like it. I'm going to erase mine.
Anyway,
I
folks,
want to say,
we're glad, folks, that you were with us. Hopefully you enjoyed all of our comedy magic. But I almost forgot. We have we invite a famous celebrity to be at our very next video. Dr. Fatpacker, who should we invite?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that if I had a choice, I would die of old age. But since I don't, I would choose a firing squad because it's rather quick and everything. Meanwhile, I would like to invite Tony Bennett to be on our show.
Beautiful. What a man. What a singer. So Tony Bennett, we want you to check in to Funny Old Guys at gmail.com. You're going to be.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I didn't read the small print on my Tony Bennett thing.
What?
He just recently died in July
Wait
of
a
this
minute.
year.
You mean he's dead?
Yeah.
Not only that, he
Well,
left his heart in San Francisco.
How do we know named Tony?
Oh my God, that's right.
How do we know named Tony? How do you know named?
Tony Danza.
Huh?
Tony Danza.
Oh, that's perfect. Tony Danza, you're going to be on our very next Funny Old Guys video, so we want you to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Tony Danza, if you don't check in, bud, you're going to go in the trash bin. So, this is Comedy Thief saying goodbye and farewell. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye and his farewell.
Well, juice, Nay. So nice you could join us today. Say, if you're thinking about it, go down to the bottom and subscribe. That would be very nice, and we'd feel good about that. Oh, and if you want to tell your friends about us, you can tell them, and you don't remember, you send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. When we will send you one of these fancy dancy business cards, there we go. It has a YouTube address, or maybe we should change that to Rumble. I don't know. But anyways, we'll send them out to you, and you can tell your friends. Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever. And Senator Glenn from the great state of Utah, say goodbye and farewell to our wonderful boys and girls in Videoland.
Well, first I want to say, Tony Danza, if you do show up, I'll show you who's the boss. But other than that, I'd like to say to America, God bless you, and stay well.
All right.
Everybody
Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road.